Back on our video, man. Today we got so I guess it's a leaked Kendrick Lamar verse. Everybody going crazy over it. Chains and Whips. I guess it dropped July 11th. I'm thinking, but who is this on the cover?
That didn't drop July 11th.
It will drop July 11th.
Oh, okay.
This is a leaked verse. Do you know who this is?
That's I was gonna say Charlie Murphy, but I don't know who that is. He kind of look like Jay Farrell too.
Okay. So he probably dissing because everybody talking about this.
He's dissing.
He's probably dissing. Yeah, it's probably a leak diss or something to somebody. We don't know who, but we do got a little video.
If Kendrick Lamar's dissing,
reaction, the breakdown.
They're probably gonna be. Their career's probably gonna be over.
Please, Drake. I hope he dissing Drake again, so Drake can come back and start it up again.
Drake don't want that. Drake. Nobody want to smoke for Drake. Drake don't even want that smoke.
But yeah, man, we're finna get straight into it. If you're new, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow on Instagram, Josh Jones. Let's get to it.
You say and they ignore his voice, and then you realize that the government's talking to you.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit.
What kumbaya?
You know kumbaya, what he means when it says kumbaya?
Yeah, I know kumbaya is like bound out or like.
No. Kumbaya, remember?
Kumbaya, my lord. It's like peace.
Okay, yeah. We can go with that.
But you know who did the kumbaya? J. Cole. Low key.
Even if he did, or even that's how you categorize it.
But I could be
It's
all
still a
wrong.
better
We
way of
finna do
doing that.
this little breakdown
Why would we do that?
to get more insight on it. What are you talking about?
You say and they ignore his voice, and then you realize that the government's talking to you.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit. All that talent must be God sent. I sent your ass back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids. Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. How many Jews?
Boy.
I already went back.
Wait, you went back already?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
The things I seen under my eyelids. Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. How many Jews that let me?
Do you know who Rakim is?
Do you know who my daddy is?
Josh, don't get punched in your headphone.
Eyelids. Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. How many Jews that let me down? But fuck it, the West Mines, we right now. Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck.
I love that. Okay. Did you hear what he said? He's talking about therapists. Listen, especially to my brothers. There's nothing wrong with therapy. Okay, nothing wrong with counseling. As a species, as a culture, we need to go. If you go, it's not somebody telling you what to do, but if you go to a dentist, they work on your teeth. If you go to your doctor, they're working on your body. Check your mind in every now and again, with somebody. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. So I guess from the personal stuff that I deal with and stuff that I see, I just know that we as men, we need it, we could use it, and there's nothing wrong with it. So I just want to encourage somebody who may be considering, man, go ahead and go, all right? We need it.
The two-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The
He said, I'll give it to you however you want.
agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified, heavy jeans like Genevieve's. I drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal and tell them, give me mine. I son niggas, I am the general. Wear my gin and juice. Every song is the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Niggas want the tea on me. Well, here's the ginger root. I generate residuals, bitch.
He said, "Here's a ginger root," and is that all that is?
Yeah.
God, dog.
What is this? Is it something deeper? Yeah.
This is the actual verse.
Wow.
Be on the
Oh, he had the
that
lyrics.
drops on July 11th. All right, so here we go. This is the band Kendrick verse from the Clips album, which y'all think this is the actual verse that's going to be on the Clips album that drops on
who is
July
Clips?
11th.
Yeah, they put.
You think there's
Oh,
another
you don't know
version
who Clips is?
But yeah, it's a leak. That's why the sound quality is not CD.
Yeah,
it's not CD
I
quality,
noticed
perfect quality.
the quality
It's a
was
leak.
off.
But let's
I didn't
hear what
know.
Kendrick talking about.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't F with the kumbaya-ish. I mean, so, hey, y'all, I am a one-man show. I record,
He's saying it's not
edit the
about
video
peace.
myself, create the thumbnail, everything. So hitting like and subscribe does help a bunch. Thanks so much. Back to the video. It's basically Kendrick saying, yo, I'm not really for this whole peace type of thing. I'm not for this whole harmony. That's
peace.
what kumbaya means. I'm not for that. Which, if you listen to Kendrick music, you hear
See,
this
I said the
dichotomy.
song
On one hand,
Kumbaya.
Kendrick
I
saying
wouldn't
he's not for the
disagreeing with you.
kumbaya stuff.
That just tickled me.
On the other hand, a whole bunch of Kendrick's music is about peace, uniting people, etc. So take this as you may.
All that talent must be God sent. I send your ass
That's
back
crazy.
to the
We do reactors watching the reactor. I don't even know.
That's
if
why I didn't understand why you did it. See,
Because I low key want to know. Because I don't know who Clips is.
that's fair. I just would have liked to
hold
have
on.
had on my first listen. I would like to have had the lyrics from jump, but that's all right. It's all right. It's a different way of doing it.
Okay, Clips is a rapper.
the cosmics.
So this is the part that people are going to think is a shot at Drake. And this is the part that people are going to think is, oh, is this what got UMG to tell the Clips to take that verse off their album or the Clips gets dropped?
Do we
By the
need to
way,
do
y'all
Clips?
think that's even a true story? Because that could just be some masterful
I'm
marketing. Like, yo, UMG, you know, after the whole Kendrick and Drake beef, yo, if you the Clips, you Pusha T, especially Pusha T, who's super calculated.
Oh yeah, something going on with Pusha T. You know what it is?
I know that
There's
name.
some diss songs going on. I don't know. Y'all gotta catch us up.
Hey.
I'm the new generation, so
Yo, I got this Kendrick verse, but because we had this whole beef with Drake and Kendrick that blew the whole media sphere up, I'm gonna try to play off of that. Do y'all think this is what happened? Do y'all think Pusha T or the Clips are just embellishing some of this? Like, yo, the label told us to take this verse off our album or they gonna drop us. All that talent must be God sent. I think Kendrick here is referring to his own talent. Like, yo, just talent from God. And I'll send you back
he
to
doing
the
a real
gods. I'll send you
breakdown.
back to the cosmics. You know, the
I
solar
think
system.
well, yeah, but I think that's a stretch.
Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens.
Now, I actually tried to look up what does kaleidoscope dreams mean? Because we
Kaleidoscope. Okay, a kaleidoscope. Remember them things that you used to look into? Well, you may not have seen it, but a kaleidoscope is a little toy. You look into it and you turn it, and it has little shells and little bits and pieces and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and it has reflective mirrors on the inside, so it all looks congruent, like congruent pieces. And the more you turn it, the more it changes into different objects and different pictures, if you will. And I think what Kendrick is pointing at here is that kaleidoscope. No dream is the same, and he dreams so often and so much, but none of them are necessarily just the same. But let me see what he says.
we know what a kaleidoscope is, right? I used to love these toys when I was younger. Looking into these things and you see all the different shapes and colors. These was one of my favorite toys, you know, as a youngin. Kaleidoscope reference, it kind of plays off the whole cosmic bar that he had, you know, the bar prior. But I looked up Kaleidoscope Dreams. I'm not even sure what this means. All I know is that Kaleidoscope Dreams is the name of a Miguel album, which is a very good album, by the way. The Kaleidoscope Dreams, great album. Arguably a classic album.
Let's be clear, hip hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim.
I do think this is an interesting bar right here, though. Let's be clear, hip hop died.
I think what before he says whatever he's saying, I think what Kendrick is doing is showing that he gives respect to Rakim. Rakim is called the rap god or the god MC and stuff like that. And a lot of people, they give homage, if you will, to Rakim because Rakim is such a dope MC. I know. And one interesting thing about Rakim is that he writes his rhymes backwards. He'll do the punchline. He'll put the punchline at the end, and then he'll write the rhyme to actually match that. Eminem was actually talking about that at one point. They were sharing how they put together rhymes and all of that stuff. So I just think all Kendrick is doing is just giving props to Rakim for what his
Who better,
influence
Rakim
has
or
been.
Kendrick?
See, that's era though. That's era. But I'd have to say Kendrick. I like Rakim more because that's who I came up with, and I'm more familiar with Rakim. But I'd have to say Kendrick is
A sucker MC.
no. That's not how Rakim wrote. So don't even do that
Play out
mess.
rap.
Died again.
Use a pud.
So we know Nas had the whole hip hop is dead movement. This would have been like the mid to late 2000s, maybe like '06. When did that Hip Hop Is Dead album come out by Nas? Yeah, 2006. And I'll be on point with my dates. With the dates in hip hop, I can put a date on some stuff, real quick. But Kendrick is saying it died again. So I wonder what he's referring to. Is he referring to the beef? Is he referring to how hip hop was prior to when he took Drake out in their beef? And he says half of my profits may go to Rakim. So I think this could be a double entendre
That's your
here.
young
Half
boy.
of my profits, because we know that Rakim refers to himself as the God MC. Rakim has a lot of 5%, Nation of Islam raps. Nation of Islam is a sect of Islam, Muslims who believe in the prophets, Muhammad, and etc. The word prophets is what can make this bar a double. Profits
Okay.
meaning money.
I think he going way
Think he
too
may
deep.
be stretching a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The interest, I'm not even going into the whole Islam thing, but you have four main branches of Islam. You have Sufi, Sunni, Shiite, and Ahmadiyyan. And then you have the Nation of Islam that comes into play as the black reaction to it. But I don't know if that's where Kendrick is going with any of it, but I didn't catch the prophets until I actually saw it when he said it just now. But
Half of my profits.
it couldn't be PHETS. But anyways, yeah,
Give it
he
to
may be
Rakim.
stretching. We'll see.
Prophets, as in, the God MC. I don't know.
How many Judases done let me down? But fuck it, the West Mines
Judas.
right now.
How many
Betrayed Jesus.
Judases done let me down? So I think this confirms that this prior bar was a double. Because Kendrick follows up his previous bar, half of my profits meaning money. And what I thought it was profits.
I see what
meaning
he's saying,
like
but I
the
just-
Prophet Muhammad, Rakim, 5%, God MC.
And it could
etc.
be, because Kendrick is just
confirms
that
basically
diabolical.
that this is a double. Because he's meaning profits by money and profits by religion. In the next bar. Because he mentions Judas. Judas turned on Jesus. Judas in rap, a lot of times we use Judas as a figure of speech, as a metaphor just
Betrayal.
to mean traitors. Judas, I see the Judas. We use Judas like snake. Oh, snakes in the grass. So Kendrick just saying, how many people done stabbed me in the back? How many people I used to know turned on me, et cetera, et cetera. With this, he also confirms the double entendre right here.
I
Bang,
don't know
half of my
how many profits may go to Rakim.
How many people listening to this is gonna catch this double? I caught this double. I wonder if Rap Genius did Rap
Who is
Genius
this
catch this?
dude?
Yeah, Rap Genius. Y'all got to go ahead, edit
Top
in,
5 Troy.
edit it in. Y'all got to go edit in that double. But just give me my props, give me my credit for pointing it out.
Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me how to
I love that line right
Then he has
there.
his therapy bar. We get a lot of therapy bars from Kendrick since the Mr. Morale album. I think there was even a therapy bar on Meet the Grams. And there's a bar where Kendrick is like, yo, do some ayahuasca. And so this is something that Kendrick's been doing the past couple years. He's put it in his music. That's just fine.
move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified.
Yeah, I like that. So a lot of people would say this could probably be the Drake diss too. So far, I don't
you
see
skip the
anything
two-time
here
Gemini
explicitly
line?
as a Drake diss.
No, I think this
see
got
it as-
more.
and I don't know when this verse was.
Okay, it may have been
written
because
and then
the
recorded.
sign for Gemini
To
basically
me, this
is
sounds like
two
it's
people.
right after the Drake beef when this was recorded. Maybe y'all know the whole story behind this. Y'all know I don't be getting too far deep into the stories. I just listen to the music. But to me, the way Kendrick is sounding here, this sounds right after the Drake beef. Before GNX, though. It sounds like before GNX, but it sounds like right after he had won, right? The way he's talking about it, like, yo, I sent them back to the Cosmics and hip hop died again, but
Why
I
you
brought
are
it
you going
back. And,
backwards?
the West, we up
What
right
you talking
now.
about?
This
How you going
kind of
backwards?
sound like around
That's
the time
him.
of the pop out. The pop out show, right? Remember, because the pop out show came like a month after the beef had ended. Not Like Us came out like in first week of May or something like that. And then the pop out was on Juneteenth. So this sounds around the pop out era. I love this bar right here. You move niggas out of here, get gentrified. So he basically saying, yo, Drake and all them other,
That's what
Baca got a weird
gentrification
We got
is.
them boys
I
up
like
out of
that.
here.
I like
get
that.
gentrified. So y'all know what happened
I
with
think he's
gentrification.
on point with that
That's
one.
when businesses, corporate interests, they move into the lower income neighborhoods, which are mostly a lot of the times black people and Hispanics. These businesses moving in raises the value of everything, which raises the rent prices, which means the people who were there before, they cannot afford it anymore. You have a new class of people, economic class of people move in, which are usually not the same race as the people who lived there before. Gentrification. Kendrick says, yo, we got them boys out here, them OVO boys. It's like we gentrified them. I just love this bar.
Yeah, I like that.
Heavy jeans like the Genevieves. I'm going to assume that the Genevieves, this is a reference to like a cartel or maybe a mob family.
Yeah.
Just the way that I've heard Genevieves be used in rap songs before. Like
So he
guys
on point?
Raekwon, Wu-Tang
Yeah, with
Clan.
that, yeah.
So I think the Pentagon could also be a reference to like
9/11.
obviously the USA Pentagon, which is where it's a military office. Okay, yeah. So Genevieves, a crime family, Lucky Luciano, based in New York City.
You can't be
I'm
lucky
still trying
like,
to figure out how the
Luciano.
Pentagon. So we got to work through this together. I'm still trying to figure out how the Pentagon works in with the Genevieve's crime family, right?
Because it's
who
five
Kendrick is
families.
referencing here. The Genevieve's crime family. I drop your
And
Pentagon. Let me hear that
Pentagon
one more
is
time.
a 5-shaped building.
I drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal and tell them give me mine.
Show up at your gender reveal and tell them, give me mine. I think this bar is not going to make sense until you read the next bar.
My son niggas, I am the general. Where my gin and juice?
My son niggas. Gender reveal, son.
I
I'm
caught
a
that when he
general,
first said.
where's
I
my
just
gin
said
and
nothing
juice?
about
When
that.
Kendrick does these type of flows, he does this flow also on Control, where he's kind of, really, I think this is
we
Kendrick freestyle,
learning with
to be
y'all.
honest. A large part of it. I think some of it may be more thought out. But like this part right here, I drop your Pentagon, I'm at your gender reveal. I think he's just freestyling and playing word association with the freestyle. Jeans, Genevieve's, gender reveal, general, Genesis. I think he's just playing word association and freestyling. So I don't think everything is going to make 100% coherent.
You know what? That's a fair
sense,
point,
right?
too. I
I
like
think
that.
that's why we have the Pentagon. I think this Pentagon bar there's something deeper to this that I'm just not getting. Like right here, I show up at your gender reveal and tell them, give me my, there's no deep meaning to the gender reveal part in any of the previous bars or in this part. He kind of just completes the gender reveal reference by saying he sons niggas, which is cool. I am the general. Where's my gin and juice? I don't think there's, I think the general
When
part.
he's sonning
I'm
people,
the
he say
general,
that's
this refers back
what's
to
revealed at the
Pentagon
gender
bar, you
reveal.
can say. Generals are in the military. Pentagon is a military office. I think what Kendrick is trying to do here is
he need to
play with the
he need
whole
to break down
gen
no cap,
scheme.
no cap
Gentleman,
lyrics.
agenda, gentrified, jeans, Genevieve's,
Okay,
gender. Like that's what he's doing. So everything in between and all the words and filler words, some of it is just filler, and everything is more so lending to the scheme
I wouldn't say that though.
as opposed to making 100% coherent sense.
no hate to you, Troy.
And Kendrick here
If you watching.
continues the whole Gen scheme. Every song in the book of Genesis, like the Sonics book.
I like that. Here's the tea
You want
on
the
me,
tea
but
on
here's
me,
the
here's
ginger
the
root.
Ginger root. If you never had tea with ginger root, I highly recommend that, or some cardamom. You know what I mean? When I used to work at my old job, old Indian lady, she used to come to my desk. We used to have tea, and she would bring the cardamom. Cardamom is great with tea. Also ginger root. I generate residuals, get off my genitals. This is just bar. He's doing his whole rhyme thing. Multis.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Multi-syllabate.
And he might be right with
getting his
everything.
rhymes together right here.
But
Must
if
be
he
full of
right,
that
that means
ginseng.
Kendrick
Here
just-
comes the jinx. Yeah, so
Kendrick
This is
is
too
a,
much, bro.
Kendrick is he's a very deep thinker. I'm telling
doing
you.
that scheme, man. He been
After we did the Pimp a Butterfly, I'm telling you, I went back and listened to that, and I was like, God, there was so much stuff that we missed. We caught some stuff, but that was first listen. But there's so much that was missed. It's like Kendrick's pen it's a machete or a machine gun, depending upon how you want it. What are you doing with that?
Whoa. Oh, I'm tripping. Well, it went off anyway. It was just final thoughts.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
But yeah, Kendrick, brain fried.
It's good though. See what Kendrick shows is that you do need to pay attention in school, young fellas. Doggone it. You can't rap like that without having being book smart and without understanding what you're reading and writing. So,
But yeah, catch us up on the Pusha T and clips and yeah, all that. I seen it, but I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, so that's the end of the video. Gang.